This is Kristen from Christen Holly Photography. I was just interviewed by Keith from the KeithAndrewNetWork, and it was awesome and amazing, and I was so impressed, and I truly, truly appreciate his heart and his effort, and I'm so happy that he asked me to do an interview, and I'm looking forward to another one.
You're watching the KeithAndrewNetWork. This is episode 626. Today we have a professional photographer, Christen Miss Holly. We have Miss Holly on the show. I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my show.
Thank you for having me.
No, the honor's all mine. And for people who want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. Is to prove to them you can step out to something. So hashtag break the labels. So that being said, normal conversation, half hour, 32 minutes of your time. PG-13. But like I said, it's whatever you want to talk about. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
So first of all, what was your hashtag with the label?
Hashtag break the labels.
Break the labels, right? So I'm a photographer now, and I love to photograph children and families, and I really love, like, when I see when I look through the lens and I see especially children, but every person, I see like the beauty and the work of art that each person is and then through the lens I'm seeing art, and then I will pose them and create art in all of my photos. So so I'm a photographer, and I really love working with children. I love working with everybody, every single person from babies to adults. But what I love is when I look at through the lens, I will see this true beauty and work of art that each person is. And then when I'm looking through the lens and taking pictures, I will start to see art, and then I will pose them in certain ways and just like turn their face, and I see like a sculpture or something. So I really love creating art when I do my photography. And then I'm also working on a new project, which is all about what you're all about, which is undefining people and breaking those labels. So I want to take, if it's a group of children, it would be children that maybe have something in common, but they're all different, and pose them all together as one art, and then individually as their own art, but then all together as one group of art, and really try to spread the message to them and anybody looking at it that we're all one, and it doesn't matter what your skin color is or what you have or don't have, if you have a disability, if you don't have a disability, if you have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of money, it doesn't matter, because we're all one. And so I really love your hashtag about breaking the labels, because that's the perfect message that I'm trying to express and show people, is that we're all beautiful and we're all a work of art, no matter what we can or can't do or what we do or don't have.
No, I agree with you 100%. And if it's possible, I would love to work with you. Maybe you can take some of my headshots.
Okay, I think you live near me, right?
Yeah, I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I'm more near, like, West Point, near Woodbury Commons.
Okay. Not very close to me, but...
Where in the city are you based?
I am near Summit, New Jersey.
Like so that's, at least that's like an hour, hour and a half, maybe two at most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can always work something out. No big deal. Now, for people who want to work with you and say they want to get their headshots, how much do you charge, and what is your expertise?
All right, so my expertise, I think, is really my art. I think that's where my work shines the most, is doing editorial style, fashion stuff, and unique photos. And I actually teamed up with a couple different people, and we are now creating these experiences where we design an entire set. You get wardrobe and hair and makeup, and the nice part about it is that because I see each person as their own unique work of art, the hair and makeup and the wardrobe for that person is completely inspired by that person. So it's not something set that I say we're going to do hair and makeup at this wardrobe, let's find a model to fit that. Instead, we find the models first, and then we say, it is not necessarily a model, it can be just, any person, and then we'll say, and then we let them inspire us of how we're going to create art with that person. And then when they come to the Paris house, which is where I shoot at, she's also on Instagram, the Paris house. She designs all the sets. She does these beautiful floral designs. And then we also, we welcome people in like their family. And it's like a family gathering, and we feed them food. And it's not just like, come in, take your picture, and leave. It's a whole experience that we're creating for people. And we absolutely love it. So it's brand new. That's what we're just starting to do now. People are raving about it. And then the other stuff that I do is like I do events and headshots and all this stuff, and it's all listed on my website. Actually, it's all it depends on if you just need most adults that I find, they just need something quick and simple for their website or social media, and then they just come in and they do like a quick few poses and then leave, and that would be my cheapest package. And then if you want to spend more time with more outfits and building your portfolio, you need pictures of you doing different things for your website, that's another type of shoot. But
all right, so how much or was like the cheapest, and what is the most expensive
type of shoots or headshots?
All of it.
All of it? Well, the prices range from like $150 to $650. So $650 would be that whole experience that I told you about. I mean, you're coming in, you're getting food, you're getting hair and makeup and wardrobe, and everything is completely inspired by you. And then the photos are inspired by you, and then I edit them, and then I create art with them. So that would be your most expensive package, worth every cent. And then there's the cheapest one is for an adult. If adult wants to just run in, get a headshot real quick, and leave, it's $150. And then most of my other packages are around like $250 to $350.
And now does the $300 have like the makeup and hair, or is it no?
For which one?
Like the makeup and hair for like if I want to come in and do like makeup and hair and want to get like good pictures.
That's more around like the $300, because I'm paying somebody to do hair and makeup. We're paying to get somebody to provide wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? It's like $300 to $400. It depends on what you're doing, really. And if you're adult, if you're a child, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. So I have all the different packages listed on my website, actually. So.
No, absolutely. Now the next question I was going to ask you is, what motivated you to become a photographer? And have you ever worked with people with disabilities?
Good questions. Okay. So I was always an artist. From the time I was 2, all I said was I want to be an artist. And then I had my now 7-year-old. She's almost 8. And I also have a 23-year-old. So I was always taking pictures, but like I was a single mom back then. I didn't have a camera. And I always had wanted a camera just to take pictures of her, and I never had it. So now I had my 7-year-old, who was a baby at the time, and then my husband saw how I really, really wanted to be taking pictures of her, and I didn't have a camera, so he bought me my first camera. And then I started taking pictures of her, and I would ask people to do pictures of her for me until I had my own. And then I kind of fumbled through it. I didn't know how to use a camera. I had to teach myself. And it took me years. People liked it. started with doing pictures of my friends for, you know, $50. I'll do your pictures, whatever. When I look back on them, you can see that I had no idea what I was doing. But it took me, I've been doing it for like 6 years now, and it took me up until last year, about 9 months ago, to finally stop and say, I need to just stop trying to be like all the other photographers and stop trying to be a photographer and just create art, because that's who I am. I'm an artist, and I need to focus on my art. And that's what I've been now doing, just really focusing on my art. And I think that work shines. And that's what, but it's more than just the art. Like I want to change people's lives. I really want them to love themselves when they see the photos. And as far as working with special needs, I worked with a few special needs. I think the hardest part is getting the eye contact in the camera with the special needs, but, and just being creative and having a lot of energy. Especially because, you know, I work with a lot of kids, so the kids have a lot of energy and they're rolling around, and I found that like tickling them a lot of times, it's different things with different kids, but I think my most successful was tickling them, and they're laughing. You just get the natural expression of them smiling, because you really just want to capture joy in their photos. So an adult, I don't think I worked with an adult with special needs before, actually, except for my nephew. He was severely autistic, and it was just like a big kid. Same thing. We just had to get him to smile and laugh, and my sister was really happy with the pictures that I took of him, that it was his natural smile. I don't think anyone was expecting perfection in those.
Now, how many years have you been a photographer, and what is your goal you want to reach?
So only like 6 years. And my goal is I would love to travel the world doing my photography, and really like make enough money doing that to afford to bring my family with me around the world. And then I would also love to do this project where I can give that amazing experience to kids and families that maybe not be able to afford something like that, and incorporate all these different people from all these different walks of life, and then do these pieces of art. And I would really like, that would be my goal, to be able to get paid to do something like that, and like really make a difference, and make that difference in the world with spreading like unity and love and acceptance of everybody.
Well, let me ask you this. My next question is social media. Can social media make you or break you with everything that you accomplish? You know, with using LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Do you think those things are helping you get yourself out there and get your numbers up?
Yeah, I do. All of my sessions are booked from social media, Facebook and Instagram. I don't use LinkedIn really. Basically just Facebook and Instagram, and one door opens to another, to another, to another. And as far as you know, just I have thankfully for me, I have a visual. My work is photos, so I post photos so people have something to look at. And if they like the photos, then they, you know, message me and ask me, or I'll promote it and I'll say, you know, I'm booking these sessions, and then I get people to book the sessions, and then when somebody else is looking for a photographer, people refer me and stuff like that. So yeah, social media is amazing. The only thing I worry about with social media is because I work with children, I get a lot of pedophiles that try to follow my account, and I just sit there and block. And I also don't use name, you know, anyone's name, never last names, and I only use first names if the parents are okay with that. And some of the models I work with, they have their own accounts with their names on it, so like obviously they're okay with me using their name, but I'm still blocking. I don't need creeps looking at pictures of children. I don't care if they're a model or not. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you 100%. You know, a lot of people make fun of me because I reach out to people in high school and college, like, hey, I'm a motivational speaker. I like to have you as a fan. Eventually build a friendship. but I'm trying to motivate people. I want to make an impact on somebody's life and say, you know, hey, I met this person, he influenced me, and because of that, I can now do what I want. He's showing me. And there's a lot of people, you know, my friend yesterday texted me, he pretty much said, oh, I was in the lunchroom, and these kids came over to me and started to pick on me, and I'm like, well, first off, that's bullying, and two, they're poking, they can't get to me, so they got to get to him. So they're like, oh, why are you hanging out with that creep? Or why are you hanging out with that, you know, ooh, pervert? And why are you hanging out with these? You know, I said to them, you can't fix stupid. And if they don't understand, they don't understand. And it's not my job to make them understand. This is what I want to do until I die. I'm very passionate about it. And I also like making new friends at the same time. So yes, I'm always messaging people on LinkedIn. Doesn't matter who it is or, you know, what age. If I come across your profile and I like you in the picture, I will introduce myself, say, hey, I'm a motivational speaker for people with disabilities. You can either accept it and say, great, thank you, or you can hit the block button. And, you know, you're not going to please everyone that you come across.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
But I do agree with you. Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, who are some of your favorite clients that you ever worked with, and who do you want to work with?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. My favorite clients, I would have to say this one girl that I made a big difference in her life. So I did a model call for a redhead. She came in, not for models, for regular children. This girl came in. When I was taking the pictures of what I had called her in for, it wasn't doing anything for me because I had a picture in my mind and I was trying to find a model to fit that picture, and it wasn't working. So I was looking through the lens and I saw something totally different. I saw like a high-end fashion type of photos for her. So I said, you know what, can we just scrap this and try something totally different? And then I gave her like a really edgy look, because I can also do hair and makeup, by the way. So I said, can we do like a really edgy look? And I did completely different photos. And it took me like a good 10 minutes to really get out of her, in her eyes, what I knew was there. I could see it was there, but I had to really like coax that out of her. And I got it, and the pictures were amazing. And then the mom told me that her confidence went through the roof. And then she shared with me that the girl was actually being bullied. She had been being bullied at school. And because of that photo session, her confidence went through the roof. And like that bullying had absolutely didn't have the weight that it had before that photo session. And that was so amazing to me. And then that girl got modeling jobs, by the way. She got modeling jobs after that. And then she shot with me like a couple other times. And the girl's amazing. And it was like, when I first met her, it wasn't the same person as the last time I shot with her. So that would be my favorite client that I ever had. And she actually didn't even pay me for that. That was just a model call. And then who I want to work with is, I want to work with children, especially around like that middle school age, when they start comparing themselves to others and they start hating yourself. You know, you start hating yourself and criticizing yourself, and kids are mean at that age. You know, they start getting really mean to each other, and you're like this girl, you know, with the bullying. So I want to work with as many kids like that as I can, and mix them in with the kids that, even the ones that are models, aren't even confident. They're still insecure. Everybody's insecure. So I just want to work with, you know, kids that really could use that amazing like boost of self-esteem, and be able to have the opportunity to be with somebody who sees something they don't see in them, and sees as like beautiful work of art that they are, and just pull it out and get it out there and show you like, look, this is you. So anyone, really anyone. It would be awesome too to work with like a magazine like Vogue or something, who who would print these pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like a magazine that people respect and pay to be in, and being able to see these photos in that magazine would be amazing.
No, absolutely. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, and we can do our Q&A at the very end. But when we come back, I'm going to pass the show over to you.
Okay.
I'm Linda Collins.
Hi, I'm Marissa Joy Davis.
This is Michelle Wong.
And I'm Nancy Rose.
My name is Brandy Hunt. And
hello, my name is Raven Wynn.
Hi there, my name is Giovanna Vidal.
Hi, I'm Monica Thomas.
Hi, I'm Paisley Blackburn.
I'm Ashley Burgess.
Hi, my name is Jeanette Abney.
Hi, I'm Sharon Spank.
Hey, this is Samantha Moore.
Hi, I'm Melody Jones.
Hi, my name is Becky Yee.
Hi, you're watching the Keith Andrew Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Keith Andrew Network. And I'm here with Christen Holly. And now, with the last 12 minutes and counting, I'm going to pass the show over to you. Was there anything you wanted to promote, talk about, share, ask me? This is your time, so it's whatever you want to do.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, because it's really great to be able to voice what I'm doing and where my heart is coming from in my photos. And you know, just promoting things and people seeing photos, they don't fully understand unless they've worked with me what it's like. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say that I'm very impressed with your interviewing skills. I think you're amazing. And it really touched my heart when you said that you want to motivate people and that you want to do it to the day you die. I mean, that's so passionate and that's so inspiring. Just like listening to you share your heart for that 1 minute. So I just wanted to encourage you on that one and tell you thank you. And then I would just like to promote, so like my upcoming shoots. So we have this amazing experience, a Central Park shoot, which this is an experience. You can rent a rowboat. We decorate the whole boat with these gorgeous, like a picnic basket, champagne or wine, these beautiful blankets, a floral piece. I go on the boat with you. We're on the water with all the colors of the autumn trees. You're interacting as a family, a couple, whatever you want to do, and you're interacting. I'm getting candids and I'm getting beautiful, you know, smile shots with it. And on the water, it's so gorgeous because you have all the colors of the trees with the reflection on the water. It's like New York City buildings by the Dakota. I mean, doesn't that sound amazing? So that's October 5th, and then also the 17th and 18th we're doing that. And then that's the Central Park boat experience. And then we have a Descendants-inspired Halloween experience where you will come in with your Descendants costume. It's a big rage right now. We got smoke bombs. We're doing hair and makeup. We have this gorgeous set. We have food. So you'll come in and you'll have this like amazing experience, and I'll edit these photos and they'll be really awesome for Halloween and editorial style. And then we also have some, you know, family photos. We have, the Santa experience. So we're going to have this a stone cottage. You come in, it's decorated, gorgeous. Santa's there, the most amazing Santa. He looks, and more than how he looks, he is truly the magic of Christmas. He's amazing. My kids are obsessed with him. Everyone that's been with him is obsessed with him. He's the real deal. And you go in there and you spend time with Santa, and we have all these pictures. And again, you can eat with him, you can play with him, have him read you a book. It's a whole experience. So, okay. So my question for you is, when did this desire to want to inspire people come? Were you born with it, or is it something that something happened to you that made you say, you know, I would like to inspire people? When did that start? And then my other question for you is, didn't you say that you work during the day? Is it a different job?
Yes.
Okay, so how, like, I know you do, like, you set aside time to do this. Is this what you would love to do full-time and get paid to do something like this? Would that be I'm assuming that would be your dream, but you tell me.
No, absolutely. That's what I want to do until I die. I'm very passionate about it. I like working. I like making new friends and socializing and everything. And answer your first question, I used to work in retail. I got sick out of it. You know, pretty much, a whole bullshit story about that. Took me a year to recover. I got disability money, and I was like, there's a lot of different variations. I mean, I used my dad for an inspiration. I used my brother for an inspiration. I started with a birthday list, people said, when you turn 21, it's the most special birthday you can have in a lifetime. You have to do something. I was like, well, I have my health, I have my family. I would like to have a couple famous friends to hang out with. And at the time, I'm like, oh, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that, I have a disability, blah, 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 things will happen for me. And what really broke the camel's back is I was sitting with my family, and I'm the youngest out of 4 brothers and 1 sister. My brother before me, he would say, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't know what to do. My parents would say, go talk to him, your siblings, they know people, they can point you in the right direction. And I'm like, what about me? What about you? You piss people off, you don't shut up, you're not educated, you're not qualified, you're not capable of holding down a job. And it just went down a whole big list. And I said, you know what? The hell was it? I'm going to show you what's a learning disability. Look at what I'm able to accomplish. And for 6.5 years, I've been doing this day in, day out, all by myself. It came from a big process. I will show you, like I did in all the other episodes. How you see your reflection, that's what season 1 is. Then season 2 is like, okay, here's the camera recording from the computer screen. And then season 3, it's now cut in half. You're on the right, and I'm on the left. Or if you interview me, we just flip it around. So you can see from 2013 all the way up to now how different introductions to different video qualities, different lessons, I'm more confident. I went from not wanted to be seen to now I like to take opportunities when I take it. I'm always jumping out there. And I'm more sociable. And this is really therapy of myself, of being a better person, to interact with people, and just being overall a good person. And it's always like therapy for myself. And yes, this is what I want to do until I die. And I'm very passionate about.
That's amazing.
Now,
wow.
We do have a couple minutes, but we're wrapping up our interview segment. I do want to talk to you off the air. But wrapping up, how can people follow you on social media? Are you on Facebook, Twitter? We know you're on Instagram. Yeah. But are you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of that? And how can your fans follow you?
Thank you. So Instagram is Christen Holly Photo, CHRISTEN Holly, HOLLY Photo. Oh, no, I'm sorry, photography. Christen Holly Photography on Instagram. It's Christ, the number 10, Holly. I was born 10 days before Christmas, so I'm Christ 10 Holly. And then on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Christen Holly Photography. And then my website is www.KristenHollyPhoto.com.
No, absolutely. And I would definitely send you a friend request. And my last question for you, wrapping up. When I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first honest opinion when you got the email? What made you say yes, and how do you feel now?
Great questions. Wow. Okay. My initial reaction was, wow, that's really awesome. Because you immediately said, who you are and that you wanted to interview me. And I was like, I felt special that you wanted to interview me. And I said yes because, I wanted to support you. And I really loved the idea. And I don't think I've ever been I've never been interviewed once. And I never had the chance to actually talk about what I do to somebody that's listening. So that was amazing. And then afterwards, I feel special. And I'm really impressed with your questions. I was not expecting your questions to actually be so thought-provoking. But again, I've never been interviewed, so. But I was impressed. Yeah.
No, so absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you. for the opportunity.
No, and the honor's on mine, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road. Now stay tuned for a quick Q&A before you go. But wrapping up your show, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.
Thank you.